Hi friends, today we are reviewing BlackBerry Q10 smartphone. The smartphone is based on BlackBerry 10 operating system and it is second offering after BlackBerry Z10 by BlackBerry. Starting with the specification of the smartphone has 3.1-inch HD Super AMOLED display. There is Texas Instrument OMAP 4470 chipset under the hood with dual-core 1.5 GHz Krait processor. In some locations, the CPU comes as Cortex-A9. There is Adreno 225 GPU, 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB internal storage along with a micro SD card slot for further expansion up to 64 GB. There is 8 megapixel camera on the rear with 1080p video recording support. A 2 megapixel camera is available on the front with HD video recording support. In terms of connectivity, the smartphone has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, a GPS, micro USB port and a micro HDMI port. Now coming towards the designing part of the BlackBerry Q10. Smartphone has fairly enough impressive designing, and BlackBerry has used a combination of plastic as well as aluminium to impress the consumer. On the left side there are two ports. One is micro HDMI port and another is micro USB port. Micro HDMI port is used for mirroring the contents on large display, and micro USB port is used for PC syncing and charging capability. On the right side there is a volume rocker with a playback switch for switching on and off the multimedia contents. BlackBerry has used aluminum finishing, aluminum metal in the chassis with some aluminum finishing on these buttons. On the bottom there is a loudspeaker which displays fairly nice at the position. The sound doesn't muffles while placing the smartphone on any mattress. As you can see, there is a pinhole microphone which is used for making calls. On the top there is a power button which also works as lock and unlock button for the screen, as you can see by pressing this on and off the screen. A secondary microphone is also available on the top for noise cancellation purposes. A 3.5mm jack is available for multimedia support. On the rear there is plastic built, as you can see at the side. However, the black color version comes with a carbon weaving, but this white color version only has a plastic back. At this side there is an 8 megapixel camera with an LED flash. As you can see, there is a great combination of plastic and aluminum which makes the smartphone really a high-end smartphone in this price point. Overall, the build quality is fairly nice and one can handle the smartphone easily with single hand. Now, after taking a look at the design of the smartphone, let's take a deeper look in the interface of the smartphone. As you can see, there is an app drawer at the side. It's quite identical to iOS. Yes, there is no home screen. Apps are available right in the app drawer. There are several apps comes pre-installed as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare. Maps are also available. However, BlackBerry Maps are not up to the mark while comparing with Google Maps and Nokia Maps. Contacts are available this side. Browser, calendar, all the apps. BBM, which is the specialized BlackBerry service for messaging purposes, is also available in this. And here is the hub, which provides all details, as you can see at the site. Now, after taking a look at the interface of the smartphone, let's talking about the display quality. The smartphone has HD resolution, as you are seeing this in your screens. It is an HD display with 720 into 720 pixels resolution, and BlackBerry has used Super AMOLED display underneath, which is useful under the sunlight, and it produces fairly decent brightness, which is enough in the sunlight. The display quality is nice and touch sensitivity is fairly decent. It's just high-end Considering the price tag, it's fair enough. Now taking a look at the top, BlackBerry has provided an identical notification panel which Samsung is provided in the Galaxy series. There are several toggles available for toggling the connectivity services as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also users can toggle between vibrate only, silent and normal mode for notification. Alarm can also be toggled by this toggle. Settings are also available on this notification panel. Users can get date, time and network bar right on this notification panel. So coming towards the storage of the smartphone comes with 16 GB storage and also comes with an expandable storage with using a micro SD card slot up to 64 GB. As we have tested, the storage is available nearly 12 GB, which is fairly enough as there are not much apps are available for BlackBerry 10 operating system. So 16 GB is fairly nice for such a high-end smartphone. Coming towards the browsing capability of the smartphone, taking a look at the browser, it's a WebKit rendering browser. As you can see, BlackBerry has used WebKit rendering engine for the browser, and it browses all types of website, even support Flash contents as well. As you can see, our website is loading up. Yeah, it's take a bit time. It might be an issue because of our network. There are some tabbing supports. Users can use new tab feature for adding more tabs, and all the tabs are available in this side, which are the recent tabs. At this side there are some settings including site information, add to home screen, add bookmark, and reader option is also available by pressing the R key or going through this. Find on page, which is a search ability within the browser, is available. Users can also use S key to use search ability of the browser. Okay, our website is taking a bit time because of poor network. Now it's load up. As you can see, all the contents are available on this site. Scrolling is smooth enough. And pinch to zoom in and out feature is also available. On the best part, the browser supports Flash contents, which makes the browser really nice considering the competition. Now coming towards the camera capability of the smartphone. The smartphone has an 8 megapixel camera on the rear. As you can see, there is an 8 megapixel camera sensor on the rear side with an LED flash. The camera works fairly nice in day shots, but there is no macro mode, so you cannot assume a macro shot from this smartphone. The camera also supports HDR recording and full HD video recording capability also available within the camera sensor. It's fairly nice considering the price tag. Of course, we want macro shots in this camera, but it's not available here. On the front part, there is 2 megapixel camera with 720p video recording support, which is HD video recording. It's fairly nice and works nice with Skype and other video chatting apps. Also, the BBM supports video chatting across other BBM users. Now coming toward the BlackBerry Hub. BlackBerry has provided BlackBerry Hub app. As you can see, there are all the notifications available this site. Users can get their Gmail and other mail data, Twitter account, WhatsApp, text messages, BBM, all the notifications at just single feature, which is BBM. The smartphone also has several social networking support. As you can see, there is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare, and of course users can download more apps from BlackBerry world. However, there are not several apps available inside this app store, but there are some renowned apps available for the user support. Coming toward the telephony support, as you can see, users can make calls by this dialer. It's not a smart dialer as comes in several Android smartphones, but it's just a simple dialer. As you can see, users can dial any number by this dialer. Now coming towards the telephony support of BlackBerry Q10. The smartphone supports just a simple dialer. There is no smart dialing option available. Users just have to dial a number, but there is no option to open up a contact through this dialer. Alternatively, users can also use the QWERTY keypad for input, but still there is no smart dialing support. The voice quality between the calls is fairly nice, and there is no network crack as far we have tested the smartphone. Our Indian version comes with HSPA along with LTE support. As users can see at the side, there is LTE support. Here you can see it's 4G, 3G and 2G. Yes, Indian version comes with LTE support as well. However, we are sure that whenever the LTE will be available in India, there will be no support in this smartphone due to some frequency band problem. Now coming towards the performance of the smartphone, as you can see, the interface is very nice and the processor works decent in the smartphone. We have played several games. As you can see at the side here, we have played Angry Birds, Ice Age Village and several other games on this smartphone. There is no issue in playing such games, and Adreno 225 GPU works nicely in all these games. There is no issue in terms of RAM as well. Multitasking is just as smooth as any other high-end smartphone. We haven't found any hang-ups, any other issue in terms of performance. The smartphone works fairly nice. With the BlackBerry 10 operating system, there isn't any issue in terms of performance as far we have tested the smartphone. Now coming towards the battery, the smartphone has 2400 mAh battery, which provides us about 2 days of backup, which is completely fair considering the price tag and considering the smartphone capabilities. Of course, there is not such a heavy operating system as Android and iOS, but still 2 days backup with this smartphone is fairly nice deal. So here is an in-depth review on BlackBerry Q10 smartphone. As you can see, the device is fairly nice and works good in terms of performance, but still we are not assured that you will be fine with this smartphone and this is the smartphone for you, because this smartphone is meant only for the BlackBerry lovers. The QWERTY keypad is just meant for the one who loves BlackBerry interface and who wants BlackBerry's Q10 flavor with a QWERTY keypad. So the smartphone is not meant for Android lovers and other high-end smartphone lovers. So here is our in-depth review on BlackBerry Q10. Keep visiting Tech13 for latest news, reviews, analysis. Take care. Goodbye.